Welcome to Friday. It's great that you could join. Today we have a marvelous artist and brand ambassador. We have Jose Herrera Gallegos from Mexico.
Herrera.
It's fantastic to see you. You just want to, okay. So let me change my view and then I'm going to take just a second to bring on Facebook. So I'm going to go silent for just a second as I bring on Facebook. I'll come back to you.
Okay.
And while John is preparing his connection to Facebook, I would just like to reintroduce Angela Barbie, who's very much helpful each time we need help for translation. And more than that.
Thank you. Hi to everybody. Welcome.
For those who are yet to connect with you, that's Angela Barbie there.
Yes, hi.
Okay, finally got to come up. Great. Okay, so Jose, welcome.
Thank you,
Yeah.
John. Thank you to all the audience.
And Angela, thank you for translating when necessary. That's fantastic. So we're going to see some of your artwork, and maybe you can talk about it as we look at it.
Okay.
So we'll do a share screen now.
That's me.
So for our friends here in Zoom, we always want us all to connect, especially connect with our guest artist, Juanjo or Jose.
Juanjo.
Actually
Perfect.
Juanjo.
Yes.
Is in Instagram. This is his handle. Herrera _ Gallegos _ arte. And then of course he's also on Facebook. Just check on Juanjose.Herrera Gallegos. Jose, the next couple of slides, we have sample artworks, and we'll be happy to find out a little bit more about each of the artworks. We start with this piece.
Yes, of course. This is one of my favorite paintings because it's a elderly guy in my city, and he's repairing shoes, no? And it's a common thing in our city with this kind of work, very old works, no? And I don't know what is this painting. I think a Mexican client bought this, and I like a lot because it's a play of the light and contrast between the machine and the guy is moving his hands, no? And I love the when I paint watercolors and playing with shadows and using my favorite colors, no? Turquoise, ultramarine, and some brown colors too. This is another thing, but I took this photo in Turkey because I like to see the daily life images. And when I was the first time in Turkey, in Istanbul, I took this very good photo. And if you can see, there are some diplomas in the back of the man, no? And at the same time, it's a lot of shoes, all shoes around him. And the machine is blue, and it contains a lot of contrast between the black hues and shades. And the window, no? The light comes to the window to the right side of this character, okay? Now, okay, we have
I love this granulation.
Yeah.
Yes. This is a landscape in one of the states in Mexico, in Querétaro State, is in center of Mexico. It's an old town called Tequisquiapan, and I am learning how to use granulation colors, and I use in this rural scene Cascade Green, and it was this scene in the afternoon, no? When the village is quiet in the afternoon when people are at home, and I like the perspective and the shadows to the left, and maybe my specialty is doing portraits, but I like a lot this landscape too. Oh, thank you, Ana Candela. This is in Guanajuato State too. This is in Mexico. And as I told you, I apply here the reaction with granulation colors and liquid charcoal too, lunar black, lunar blue, and it's opposite to the small church, no, in the background, using a lot of purple colors. And I really love this landscape. It's one of my favorites, and I paint this 3 months ago, and this piece is in Baja California Sur. I work with an art gallery there, and I like to play with different maroon colors too. Okay, this is in a large format. It's in the rural scene in Michoacan state in Mexico, obviously, again. And it's at dawn, no? When the women start to work. If you see, they are charging a basket with fruit or bread, I don't know. I just took this photo at maybe 6 o'clock in the morning. And again, I moved my board and my paper in different positions. And I like a lot the light with that cadmium yellow, no? And it's difficult for me to use to the yellows and the greens, but I think this is a very, very, very good work, and I add lunar black too, and with in a smooth paper. This is important to know, because sometimes rough paper is not it's very good paper, but I think smooth paper is versatile to do this kind of examples on of rural scenes, no, for getting textures, getting the bricks and the old houses. Okay. Okay. Now, this is another of my favorites watercolors I did. And this woman is a Tarahumara woman in the state of Chihuahua, in the north of Mexico. And they live in the mountains. They don't like people takes photographs, but they are very friendly, and they are called Raramuris. Raramuris is the ethnic group, but it's the same like Tarahumara, and they have a very, very, very deep culture and cosmovision, and they live in small communities in the mountains, and the weather is so cold during the winters, maybe the similar in North America, or or in Europe, no? And they have a hard life too. But I love this scene because it's a very tenderness because she's carrying and carry her baby, no? And I love the light coming to the left side, and the background is just this with these blooms and splashes, no, with the fingers, and wet on wet too, no. But I paint this piece maybe 10 years ago, and a very good client bought this piece, and I love to paint a human figure and capture the expression, no, and the garments, the typical colors of Mexican women, no, violets, roses, greens, and a mosaic of strong colors.
Okay, that will be the last image. Go.
Okay,
Those were beautiful.
thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Okay, so you can ask Jose questions. He said the beginning, the middle, or the end, it's okay with him. So anytime you would like to begin would be fantastic.
Okay, thank you.
You're
Please.
I think Jose, John would need just a few minutes, maybe less than a minute to just set up his camera. It's basically just a
Absolutely.
reverse view.
Yeah.
And this is where Angela's help is needed again for the instructions. Thank you, Angela.
Yes, you're welcome. Bueno, ya lo entendiste, ¿no? Ahora puedes
I'll
empezar
just
la
put
demo
as
si
well to
quieres y hay que
gallery view.
girar el teléfono.
Ok, ya puedo empezar la demo entonces.
Sí, sí, ya puedes. Cuando estés
Ok,
tú
ahora voy a
preparado.
mover con cuidado. Perfecto. Voy a hacerlo ahora. Okay.
Yes, I want to mention some of the Mexican people that are here in Facebook. Maybe he recognized a few. No, where are they? From Toluca, we have someone from Toluca, Belén Ver. And we have someone from Oaxaca, from Oaxaca, Joseph.
From Oaxaca, my city.
Yeah, is your student? No.
What is the name?
Joseph. No. Sí, Joseph.
Okay, yes.
And
Because my friend is a partner, a very young artist, and he's invited to my next congress. He's young and talented artist.
Okay.
But the real name is José. Hi, José Luis. Hola, José
Hi.
Luis.
¿Y Janet Ujueta
¿Está bien
es
aquí,
mexicana?
Ángela?
Sí, perfecto.
Okay.
So everything
Bueno,
okay now?
Okay.
Yes,
Tutto
perfect.
bene?
Tutto benissimo.
Okay. Thank you, Angela. Okay. For me, it's important to start doing the sketch. I know I have a few time to do this exercise portrait. Okay, I have chosen this. Just let me show you very quick. Two pieces I have here in the house I am living, and this is the same woman but in different position. I took these photos on Saturday market in my city in a small town called Tlacolula, and this is that I like to paint, no? The texture of the wrinkles and the expression of the women, the elderly women in my state, no? I mean, my state, it's there are a lot of ethnic groups.
Yeah,
And this is
fantastic.
big size format in the complete paper. And this is another
Oh,
and it's the typical garment of women in Mexico, no? In ethnic and deep Mexico. But
Ana Candela mentions it's the town of Tlacolula. Is it possible?
Tlacolula, yes, Tlacolula. It's very famous market, Sunday market, and a lot of tourists go to this market on weekend when they are in Oaxaca state, in the city, like 30 kilometers from the city of Oaxaca. And this is another woman from there, but I just paint very delicate the blouse, because for me in this piece was very important just capture the face and the expression again. And I like to paint daily life, human figure and portraits. Okay, maybe she seems angry, but it's not. It's just the daily life, just working, just thinking. I don't know what this is like. I like to paint, and the power in the expression, no?
Very strong.
Light
Very
and
strong.
the light, of course. Okay. Now,
Yes.
thank you for watching. Okay. And this is the same woman with the rebozo and
Yes.
profile. Enjoy the process. And okay, I'm starting now making the main proportions, and I can tell this for the audience and our public. It's very important to practice drawing, and if it's difficult to draw and do portraits with a photo, it's more difficult paint live, okay? And when I organize workshops in my city or in other places, I like the students can practice their abilities to draw, okay? Because now with those devices like pads or smartphones, it's easier. Okay, I use these tools, but I prefer to express my skills doing a live drawing, okay? And I have here my main and basic shapes in this woman.
Absolutely right. And I remember always Stella mentions that she loves to see someone that does a demo to draw, because for her, drawing is so important, and we cannot disregard this part.
Yes. And with practice, you can achieve all you want in drawing. Obviously, this is a quick sketch. And some artists don't like to do demonstration, okay? It's normal, but I like to have this kind of challenges because it's important to show and share, no? How to construct a basic drawing and the basic sketch using a lot of synthesis just for the main shapes.
Only with a couple of lines you've defined her expression and her face so well.
Yeah.
That is so
And
clever.
some shadows in the lips and the nose. She has a small eyes, no? It's you know, it's the experience, it's the years, the age, and the war, no, for these women, not only in Mexico, all over the world, in rural towns. Now I have, I think, my main.
To watch.
I am doing the ear. And the earrings. Just a suggestion of the earrings. Maybe it's not the most important, but it's a justification of the design, no? And
can you maybe bring the photo a little bit nearer to the paper so we can see the earring? Yes, that's lovely. Thank you. That's wonderful.
I think, okay, you
Yeah.
can see now. No?
Great.
Okay.
I just want to mention that José or Juanjo,
yes,
is organizing a festival, an international festival in his city, Oaxaca, next October 24 to 27, I think. Is that right?
yes.
24 to 27. So you're all invited to go there. He's near all these people that he's drawing. You said that they live at about 30 kilometers from there, from your city, from Oaxaca.
Yeah.
So it's where these people have markets, and so it's a good opportunity to visit Mexico as well.
Yes, it's not because I am from Oaxaca City or Oaxaca State, but it's the heart of Mexico, no? You can find beaches, forests, jungle, the best gastronomy, the best food in Mexico, and a lot of ethnic groups. And we have the most ethnic and the most important celebration on the last Mondays of July, on summer, and it's a full of tourism in almost the full year in Oaxaca City. And we have a lot of North American tourism, a lot of Europeans, and more Asian and tourists from Japan, Korea. And it's a small city. We don't have industries. And the main and the most famous artist comes from Oaxaca, like Rufino Tamayo, for example. And it's a vibrant movement of art galleries and studios, and is famous for the studios of engraving and etching technique. Actually, Oaxaca is called the city of graphic arts, okay? And the city contains with the most big library, art library of art graphics in all Latin America. And this is important.
That is in Oaxaca? Is that in Oaxaca?
All
listen,
in Oaxaca.
Juanjo, listen to a comment that Carol has made. That is the most amazing drawing. The whole thing could just stop and frame it. So, yeah, she loves it like me.
Okay. Now I have my drawing, and I'm going to start in a easy way.
Just another question we had was that do you always use hot press paper like satin paper?
This is rough paper, 300 grams.
Oh, this
It's
time
rough.
it's rough paper. Yeah.
Yes, this time is rough. And okay, I like the cold press more than hot press, okay?
Yeah.
But I don't have a favorite paper or favorite brand. I just I like a very good sealed papers, okay? With the primation of paper for me is important because it's the colors are more brilliant, no? And this is important in this kind of paintings. But I like smooth too for different effects. But in this example, this is just a rough paper. If I can say the brand, this is Arches. And I got this paper here in Italy, but and I had to go to Venice last weekend to buy some paper and brushes.
Yeah, poor Juan Jose. You had to go to Venice. How terrible. I really pity you. It's a terrible experience. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. But okay, now I have my favorite colors like cadmium, lemon yellow, Naples, Mayan red or organic vermilion, lavender, and cascade green, lunar black, lunar earth, ochre yellow, white, and okay. I would like to start with a big round brush and wet the face. And color with this yellow orange. I love this color just for the base.
It's called yellow orange.
Yellow orange or cadmium with a little bit of orange color.
Ah, okay. It's cadmium, yellow cadmium with a bit of orange. Okay.
But I mix both and I have here
Yes.
on my palette.
Yes,
this one.
Yes.
And I really love this color, this shining color.
No. Rahul is asking with stick. No, he's painting with normal watercolors.
Yes, normal. It's from the tubes, like this. I prefer tubes. I like pans, but okay, just for traveling, maybe. Just little sketches. And now with a base of this red in a wet on wet. I am painting the rebozo, the typical garment of the women.
Yeah, this sort of scarf is called rebozo, right?
Rebozo, exactly. It's like a kind of a scarf, no?
Yeah.
The women use at the Catholic masses or religious celebrations in Mexico and in Latin America, I think. Now I have my background. And sometimes it's important to mention people or the students are afraid to start with the dark colors, and it is possible just with practice. It is
this
possible.
color in particular, do you know what color this is?
This is I am just mixing.
Or is it a mixture?
Burnt sienna, burnt sienna, little bit sepia, and a bit of purple color. I like to mix directly on the paper too. For me, maybe it's faster. And when we don't have so much time that in this live broadcasting, it's important to finish in maybe half hour, you know, Angela. But okay, I have
Yes,
here.
I will tell you now. You have 30 minutes left.
Okay, perfect. Now with the hair dryer, I am drying only the face because it's the most important part of this process. And at the end, I'm going to paint the background just for contrast and using the negative space too. And now the weather is it's a lot of humidity here in Italy. I am in rural Italy with a very good friend, and she's an artist too. And it's a lovely place for spend time for painting with a lot of tranquility. Okay, now with a smaller brush like this with a pointed and round, I'm going to start the main shadows with the same mixing of burnt sienna, sepia, and purple color.
Yeah, that makes a beautiful dark.
Yeah.
Suzanne is asking if you tend towards granulating or non-granulating colors for flesh tones. Para la carne.
Yes, also it is possible, but in this case, I am going to use just granulation colors for the background, okay? But I use granulation colors in portraits too. Indeed, I'm going to use the lunar black and lunar earth in some parts, maybe on the face, but I am trying just set the main shadows for more visibility to the audience, and it's maybe using some tricks to finish quickly this portrait. Now in the eyes, more transparent. And the eyebrows. Some under the nose. And a part of this shade near and close to the lips. Is part 2. And when I teach, people ask me how to achieve a realistic portrait. And I think a balance of cold colors like blues or purple is important to put in some areas in the face. For example, in this part, we can see some cold hues, maybe like turquoise or Prussian or ultramarine blue. And right now I am color with a combination of Prussian and ultramarine blue in the chin too. And I'm keeping painting with oranges and reds, ochres. Now I am mixing some ochre yellow with some yellow orange, some vermilion. We don't need a lot of pigment, and starting to make the wrinkles.
And the volume of this cheek that is sticking out,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, very important feature of her face.
Yes, very important. And scratching a little bit, no, with the help of the paper. I add a little bit more vermilion. This is one of my favorite colors for portraits. And it's important too for me, people can know I am a self-taught artist. I still learning with the masters of watercolor. And for me, it was incredible to attend different festivals in recent years. And I like to make diffusion of Mexican watercolor. And this is the reason I am organizing the second meeting of watercolor in my city. And we have a great guest artist this year. And obviously you are invited. If you can come, please go to Oaxaca City. And now I am painting part of the lips, just leaving free those blanks for the light.
Mm-hmm.
Now again, a little bit of hot air. And this allows me continue with the details, the most important details into the face. Okay, now. And again, the same combination of colors. But if people are asking if I use granulation, okay, this is lunar earth. I love this color. It's a maybe mixing of combination of burnt sienna and ochre or a little bit red. But really, this is a lot of granulation color.
Yes. Lunar
And it's
Earth is
possible.
extremely granulating, yes.
Mhm. Just a little in this part. Starting making the wrinkles.
Natalia Okina, she says, looking forward to meeting you in Oaxaca City. Thanks for sharing your skills. So,
Yes. Hello, Natalia. Yes, she lives in Canada
uh-huh.
and she's attending our festival next October. And she's an active teacher in Canada.
Oh,
A
yeah.
lot of students, a lot of children. And this
And
year
we
we
have-
have a European guest too.
Who is that?
For example, Marica Servolo from Italy too.
Oh, yes.
And another Spanish watercolorist. And Peruvian, Chilean artists, one from Brazil. Meanwhile, I am making the wrinkles.
You are not like men that cannot do multitasking. You can perfectly multitask. You can paint, concentrate, speak, tell us about everything.
I
It's
try
fantastic.
to practice. It is important to lose the shame, no?
Yes, very good. You have now 17 minutes or 18 minutes. So you're good with
18
for
minutes,
time.
okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Here we go. And I am using just this bigger brush, round, and this smaller.
Only 2 brushes.
Only 2 brushes. Okay, I want to use a flat at the end, but not now. Okay, I am respect the lights. It's important, but it's at the same time it is important to paint a light background.
Jose, I
Yes.
find that the camera is a little bit out of focus. Is that possible?
Okay. Please.
It was the image was clearer before. I don't know. It's gone like.
Now it's better or not?
Well, more or less, it's okay. Yeah.
With the light,
Yes.
we need more light. Okay, it's almost night.
Yeah. Now.
Here.
Yeah. Now it's good.
Perfect. Okay. And okay, the wrinkles with the dry brush strokes. I am putting my colors here for better experience to the audience. But I need now a synthetic brush. Maybe this long liner is useful for this part of the process. I am adding some burnt sienna and doing the wrinkles. Expression, the eyelashes again, the small eyes, Another wrinkles in front.
Maybe you would like this comment by Sarah Allen. She says, amazing demo, loving watching and hearing your thought process. I'm learning so much. I think you have convinced me to try a portrait for the first time in many, many years.
Okay,
So there you go. That's good.
It is
To inspire
possible.
people.
It's practice, no? It's practice. I start painting faces when I was 4 years old in my childhood, of course. And I spent my time just drawing and drawing because my father was a lawyer and he had his office in front to the highway in my city. And in front there were a market with a lot of people passing by, and I have in my memory all these scenes. And when I realized I could paint portraits, no? And now currently I learn with attending the different festivals around the world. You know, for artists, it's important to invest in these kind of experiences because you can see live. It's not the same like to watch a tutorial on internet. And I learned a lot of things. For example, with Peruvian artists, from Chinese, and people think in the United States or Europe, artists make just modern art, for example, installation or digital art, but that's not true. The artist is still painting a classic watercolor, and really is awesome how they do their work. Now I have almost the face, the expression. I am adding now a little bit purple, little bit lavender with the same long liner. I need to be precise in laying down the brush. I am making this shadow again. And you can use your board as a palette too.
Yes. Sandra McDuffie is also inspired to paint portraits for the first time in her case.
Okay, thank you. That's great. And okay, again, purple, lavender, a part of the hair of this woman with the suggestion of white hair too. Rubbing and scratch the paper. And a little bit on the eyes again. The same purple, transparent purple.
Nicolas Lopez is here. Hello, Nicolas. Watching from Facebook.
Hola, Nico. Okay. I think I have the most important parts of this process. Just making some shadows here behind the ear. Now again with a bigger brush, maybe this synthetic again. Just make the suggestion of the hair a little bit sepia too. And leave the earrings free.
Atul says lovely results.
Now I have the
We
expression.
have someone in Facebook from Nigeria, Polly Apepokoka Oyaogena. Sorry if I don't pronounce the name correctly.
Now
I beautiful. Sorry.
I am changing the colors. Okay, this is ochre for the earrings, just the suggestions, but now I am using one of my favorite colors, cobalt turquoise blue,
Mhm.
the strong and dry cobalt turquoise blue for this part near from the neck.
So very thick, yes.
Yeah. With a just one brush strokes here too. And the part of the shoulder. Like here, okay. And with a bit of cadmium yellow, just a little bit on the earrings. Just the suggestion. Leaving those blanks for the light and contrast. Finally, some shadows are with a purple color, transparent purple color in this part. Big brush stroke, and then clean the brush, dry a little bit, and spread the color. The same here.
Juanjo, you have 8 minutes still.
Yeah, yes, okay, perfect. Almost is finished.
José, this is coming out brilliant. Rajat, this side.
Perfect. Okay, a little bit brown, maroon colors. And finally, okay, some splashes here, just for the suggestion of the design of the garment, the rebozo. And finally, with a flat brush, synthetic, normal, basic brush, you don't need to use the expensive brushes. If you practice, you can achieve with very good results using basic and cheap if you are an apprentice or a student, okay? Now I am just mixing lunar black, purple, and sepia.
Mary is asking, she wants to see a little bit more of the photo. Can you show it briefly, please?
Yes. Okay. The photo?
Yes.
This is
Thank
my work.
No, I see.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, a little bit. I
Yeah,
am
that's
moving.
great.
Okay. Perfect.
No, that's
Okay.
fine. That's fine. Don't worry.
Now lunar black, sepia, and burnt sienna. Strong.
Lunar black, sepia, and raw sienna.
A little bit of purple too.
Wow.
And now the background.
Oh, with on dry paper. Wow.
Yeah. On dry paper. Yes, a little bit of a spray, why not? From far. And control.
Very good control. My brush would go in the middle of the nose.
Okay. Almost.
And you need to have the right amount of water and color, of course, so that it doesn't run too much and it is not too dry.
Yeah.
Because
More
it
lunar, more-
runs, but it doesn't spread. So it's wonderful, the mix.
There's more lunar here on the top and more on the bottom. I am adding some ultramarine and Prussian, this part, using the negative space. And
So you're
project
using more
the light.
black now, more
Yes,
black.
more black and blue.
What blue is that? Indigo or what
It's
is
a
it?
combination of ultramarine and Prussian.
Prussian.
Okay. I think, okay.
Eh,
A
Un
little bit
comentario de
shadow.
Nicolás.
Mhm.
Nicolás Lopez says, hello, John. Greetings from England and greetings to all the brothers in Mexico in the hands of José Herrera.
Gracias, Nico. Gracias. Nos vemos luego. Pronto. Thank you.
And Buffy says, I love this rich brown background. Did he say the colors? Yes, I think, let me see if I remember correctly. It was sepia, wasn't it?
Sepia and lunar black and a little bit Prussian and ultramarine blue.
Prussian blue and ultramarine blue, sepia and lunar black. And at
Now,
the bottom, more lunar black.
now with a toothbrush, just some splashes
Of water.
of water, just water, okay?
Yes, water, yes. And that will activate the granulation, right?
Yeah, with a fine mist, okay?
Yes.
Of spray. Not so wet, not so dry. And finally the last details.
Amazing. You still have 3 minutes left.
Okay. Some light shadows here. Now I move my
Jane
board.
is mentioning that the background just raised the face of the paper.
Yeah,
It's like it's sticking out now. Yeah.
I am moving my board a little bit. Maybe
To
when
activate
it's
the
dry,
granulation.
you can see the
Yes.
granulation.
Yes, of course. It has to be vertical.
But I can show you when the transmission is finished.
Well, we hope that before we finish, you can remove the tape. And so do you
Yes,
think
of course.
you-
Yes.
if you can, that would be lovely. It's the reveal of
Perfect.
the painting.
Yes. Actually, I can do it now. And can you see the
Oh,
color?
yes. Oh, wow. It went
Wrong to
perfectly
the
in
other
the right
side.
place. In the
Yeah.
right place. My God. I'm sure you planned that perfectly.
Yeah. I was practicing this morning. Yes, we have the first sketch here.
You did another sketch, yes.
Okay. And
Hugo Rueda dice, excelente demostración, José. Saludos desde Ecuador.
Aquí de Ecuador, sí, mi amigo del Ecuador. Saludos, Hugo. Bueno, pues
And Juliet van Verdenberg, she says, it was magical to see how this portrait became more and more lively. Thank you, José Herrera Gallegos. Beautiful.
Thank you. The last details.
Well, amazing
And-
how you managed to finish.
a shadow in the nose.
Sandra says, John, you have done it again. Thank you very much.
Oh, that's
Okay.
nice. That is really nice.
Now it's done. You can see a little bit of granulation there, but it's too wet now.
Uh-huh.
But it's finished.
Wow, it's very nice.
So you put it vertical so that it granulates a little bit more, right?
Yeah. Now I am putting on the bucket, and you can see better if I move my phone too.
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
Jose, can you sign it?
Yes, if I can, yes. Okay, I like
can
to
sign
sign
it.
with the pencil. I think it's easier.
Oh, not very visible.
Okay, but okay, I
That's
can
okay.
try with watercolor.
With pyrrole orange will be perfect.
Yeah.
Just gorgeous.
Very nice.
Very, very beautiful.
Amazing how you
Okay.
spent all the time talking through it with us while
The lunar black is running to the bottom. Now, I think it's done.
beautiful.
Si lo sacas de la base, aún se verá más bonito porque la base está
Pero
sucia.
porque la base lo hace, ¿verdad?
Sí, porque está sucia. Exacto. Yes, that's better.
Very, very nice.
Amazing.
And would you post that for us?
Está. Here we have.
Very nice.
Thank
Lo,
you.
puedes hacer una
Thank-
foto y después mandarla, ¿vale? ¿Vale?
Oh, this is
Claro,
beautiful.
claro que sí, claro.
Thank you, Angela. Thank you, Jose. Thank you, everybody, for watching.
Thank you, beautiful.
Jose, do
Have a
great
good
art.
week.
Thank you,
Thank you so much.
Bye,
everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye,
Very nice,
everyone.
Jose.
Have a
Phenomenal.
wonderful
Thank you
weekend,
Fantastic.
everyone.
for watching this
Yeah.
video.
Great.
Weekend.
Enjoy it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
and